China has always been known as a mysterious Eastern country for its unique cultural charm and beloved by travelers all around the world. You may not have the chance to travel around nowadays, but today, on this very important festival for Chinese people, the Chinese New Year, I'm going to take you to a beautiful city in southwest China called Chengdu. We're going to first explore an ancient town called Anren. Where's my watch? What time is it? Where am I? Sorry, I know it's a very random question, but what year is it?
It's 1930.
No, seriously. Are you sure? 1930.
1930.
I feel like I've just time travelled. I've come off from a mirrored world, a mirrored Anren.
Okay, that's interesting.
If you have time, could you show me?
Yes, the time traveler. Iron Town was built in the Tang Dynasty. Years later, that's when Liu's brothers came here. You know Liu's brothers?
They're legends. There's a whole show about them. Do you know them?
They're my friends. And they brought some German designers with them. And together they have built over 27 mansions here altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So this mansion is called Chengyue Mansion.
Right.
They have the traditional folk house style and some Western architecture styles. So it's like a fusion of both.
Yeah, there's certain detailing elements in this space that actually reminds me of certain parts of Europe. When I was back in England, there was a space in London that we went to. It was part of the great mansions. It was Hampton House. There is a difference in terms of the proportions. If you notice, this square is deeper. The traditional courtyards in Sichuan, I guess, were formed with the longitude from the east to west direction, so they catch the sun. So you have the greater space for having your teas, having your places for your mahjong. This is my lucky number. There's a reason I'm here.
So you were saying this place has become a performance stage. What happened to this whole Anren town?
To be honest, the whole of Anren town has been preserved. The existing courtyards, the streets, the actual culture has been preserved as a living and breathing historical destination. There's very few places in China that still retain that atmosphere. Where we are now, it's no longer residence, but it's become a cultural destination for learning about the history and time of 1930s. And these umbrellas.
This is called oil paper umbrella. We're handing for decoration, but everyone has one in their home.
You have one yourself?
Yes. This is handmade umbrellas made of papers.
And how do they make it waterproof? How do they still protect?
They have like oil painted outside to like make another cover out of the paper. 老师哦。
你好，欢迎你。
我的朋友这个朋友非常喜欢油纸伞，今天想来体验一下，我们可不可以自己？
可以。
你好，
欢迎你们来。你好啊，非常欢迎。因为我们的伞是手工制作的，它是用100厘米的工序，从选取到制作成品到完整的制作。
So in Chinese, the name umbrella, does it have a significant reason?
中国的这个繁体字，它那个繁体字的伞就是代表是五人共伞，一共团共顶天立地。伞是圆的，就表示团团圆圆；保护伞，就保护就一生平安。
In the West, we lost many handicrafts like this. Most are industrial. I'm very happy to see many intangible cultural heritage still remained in 2020 in China, specifically in Chengdu, like the shoe embroidery, bamboo weaving, super painting, and lacquer. Mr. Lee told me that he'd been making umbrellas since he was a child. The oil paper umbrella has more than 1,000 years history and has been used all over Asia, like Japan.
The other hand, hold on, yeah, hold that point, yeah, okay.
I only experienced a few steps to oil paper umbrella making. I felt like I was on a building site, a very small building that was being carefully crafted with my own hands.
也这样，有时大胆一点。
He said we asked him to be brave.
因为我们四川是天府之国，也是大熊猫的故乡，我们有龟儿就在这把山上画一个柱子来送给你。
The bamboo kind of embodies the spirit and the culture of the place as well, so it's implemented within this tangible heritage and also with nature.
It also symbolizes like the bamboo is climbing up, so it's like symbolizing all the way up.
Prosperity,
like yes.
growth. Are parks a tangible reflection of the quality of life in a community? Is there a balance between cultural connotation and livable cities? As the sun shines over the Jinjiang River, there's a green land standing out right in the heart of Chengdu city. This is Wanjiang Park, one of the three famous cultural relics in Chengdu, along with the Wuhou Memorial Temple and the thatched cottage of Dufu. So this is what it's all about. Blue skies, we've got lush green bamboo oasis that we're in. We're to first visit what we call Chongli Tower. This is also going back to the Ming and Qing dynasty. The stories behind the Wanjiang Globe, also known as Chongli Pavilion, has caught my attention. In order to help more people pass the imperial examinations during that time, locals built the pavilion to change their fortune. Then magic happened. More successful candidates came through Chengdu. My son is taking his exams tomorrow, so I should also make a wish and bless him for as he becomes a student of life, I guess. The detailing is something that is lacking in many of the towers that we see now that have been designed. The storytelling part. This place is very rare and tells its own story through its architecture, its urban landscape. We should take note as designers as the significance of public parks become more important to future generations. As my journey goes on, I found this park is deeply rooted in the city's cultural connotation. The whole area is dedicated to a poetess who lived in the Tang dynasty, Shu Tao. About 100 of her poems are known nowadays, which is more than any other Tang dynasty woman. If this is where poetry and Shu Tao's paper was created or invented, also connects with the, I guess, in the south of Chengdu where they created paper, money. So maybe poetry began and inspired the currency. Wisdom, integrity, and elegance. Not only I found these personalities in the historical figure, and also in the widespread plants here in this park, the bamboo. With over 270 species of bamboo, the Wenjiang Park boasts the longest history of bamboo cultivation and the richest varieties of bamboo across China. This is the first urban park which has such a rich variety of bamboo species. Bamboo for architecture in terms of sustainable building materials. Yeah, we're doing a project right now. It's a vertical farm center. But we're looking to find a bamboo which is strong enough, flexible enough, long enough to create this 4-story building. I'm always wondering, do parks provide the identity for citizens? Are they a major factor in the perception of quality of life in a given community? Sounds like a plane. 叫我，这是什么名字？
孔子，
孔子。
孔子，一会儿不来，来，来，我给他说。
OK。
首先，你这个车的时候，这2个线要在一个平面上边。第二，光用右手发力。还是很有悟性的。
下一次我会来。
好，
我小孩子一起。
啊，欢迎来。
For parks in Chengdu, I see people enjoy themselves, and that enjoyment comes from enthusiasm for life. 这个是什么名字？
毽子。
毽子。Okay. From a distance, what I was watching was more like a dance. It was a performance. It seemed quite natural. It's very Chengdu. Very Chengdu. Comfortable. Comfortable. This is the leisurely lifestyle of Chengdu, eh? The Chinese New Year can always reunite family and friends from afar. Especially in Chengdu, people like to be chatting over a freshly brewed cup of tea in its lush parks. Today we're going to explore a unique place that's steeped in 100 years of history. So we're going to leave and we're going to head to our next destination. We'll see you there. Hello, good morning. 早上好. This is Homing Tea House. It has a steep history of 100 years. And today, we're going to be experiencing a new job. Today, I'm going to be Dr. T. Dr. T, he used to be the old times waiter in a tea house. We have Bo Lao Shi. He's going to be our guide and Dr. T and show us how we can do this. Now, I'm ready.
我接下来给你示范一下。
好，
就比如说我们在冲泡茶的过程中，首先是先用虎口这个位置，然后先拿好冲泡的短嘴铜壶，然后要沿着杯壁或这个手掌这个位置压一下，它是有一个巧劲在里面的。而且像这种是属于名优绿茶，也要沿着杯壁去冲泡，不会影响它的口感。
So there's quite key elements there. One is about the temperature, and also one is about the pouring of the tea there. I don't know if you noticed, as the tea went in, the water went down, there was the swirling action. The swirling action, I believe, releases the flavour. The first step was to make the tea. The second step is to pour and serve the tea. 你好，送你个茶。
谢谢哈。
行，要不要水？啊，自己来。啊，好的，好的。
老板儿，点茶。
I'm gonna come in. 好的。Right, let's get this going. So now we've finished the first part. The first part was probably the easy bit. Now the second bit's pretty hard. This is where we're going to engage with our customers. Out there they call me to get some more water. So this is the long spout teapot. It's very unique to Sichuan, and it has steeped in history. The long copper mouth. It's approximately 1 meter long. Let's see how we can go ahead and service our customers. So as we saw the first process. Wow.
That's really great.
I don't.
Thank you. It's the first time. Okay, thank you.
先喝茶。That was my first time of pouring from a long spout copper pot, and he made it look so easy. Very difficult. Could you please teach me how to pour this tea using the long mouth spout? That is what I'm supposed to be doing. I've got this, and I'm supposed to do this.
Wow, that's really great. Wow. Thank you.
So now we process this. That was the second step finished. Supposedly the easy part. Now the very hard part is about collecting money. So let's see. I'm going to go and find the boss now and see if we can collect the money from the table. 好的，在哪儿？28号。Okay. 28. Apply. So that is 付钱。This is confusing. Okay, believe you be the one to pay. As you can see, it's a very important process here. I believe here. As you can see, this is the process step. Very important step here. You're going to look at the teacups here and the lids. This one's been placed upside down. Signifies that this is the end of the tea process and they'll be finishing and ready to pay. Alright, thank you. 谢谢你们. And they wanted to pay. Now, it shows a lot about the character of being in Chengdu. The Chengdu women are very strong, very direct, very bold. If it wasn't for understanding the tea process and the tea culture and tea houses of how, even the simple part of the lid signifies so many things. If it was placed on the side, if the cup was placed on the side as well, it also signifies that they haven't finished paying. This is part of a culture thing that you don't read in books. You've got to come here and enjoy and experience. And I think about a truly remarkable day here in Chengdu, Renmin Park and Homing Tea House. cup of tea, a bamboo chair, a square table, a bit of chit-chat, a bit of a newspaper reading, ear picking, sunbathing, mahjong playing, chess, gaming, shuttlecock kicking, and even boating. These things are a day in a Chengdu's life. Amongst the clear waters and flower bushes lie the prosperity and vitality in the comfortable times which hold a state of peacefulness.
This reminds me of being in Geneva down near the lake. I remember at lunchtime people are finishing their office, going down to the lakeside and just getting active, getting onto the lake and getting involved with kayaking, swimming. And Chengdu has such a dynamic place.
过桨的时候，这边有20公分，划右手，它就会往左边转。
What type of people come to this kayak venue?
上班族他们为了放松一下自己，进行一个体验性的游玩。
What are modern parks like? Look where we are. We're here kayaking. We're surrounded by digital and technology enterprises and unicorns born in this city.
Jintan Park is Chengdu's largest ecological riverside park. In a complex composed of numerous modern buildings, there is this beauty of a gem, this park. Located between Chengdu's Guixing Ecological Park to the north and Guilin Park to the south, adjacent to the Jinjiang River to the west, building a small oasis in between these concrete jungles.
We're down at Southwest China's largest beach volleyball courts. These have hosted world-class sporting events. We're going to go ahead and check these out. Oh yes, and the Jintan, come on!
Jintan Park is one essential junction for Chengdu's Tianfu Greenway. Just like London, Chengdu has many greenways. Accordingly, on completion of the project, it aims to be a greenway system that has a total length of 16.93 thousand kilometers. After construction, it will be a unique in the global horizon. Half a century ago, well-known urbanologist Lewis Mumford once said, "The great city is the best organ of memory man has yet created. The best mode of an economy is through caring and cultivating human beings." This is exactly Chengdu's experience of a park city in regards to its value towards China. A growing need, longing for a better life, have been primarily focused. The park is a scenic spot and has multiple sporting scenes. People live and work around here, could come whenever they want to experience the vitality and dynamic energy these activities bring.
Now we're going to experience the third tier of parks. We've experienced downtown city parks. Now we've experienced sports parks. Now we're experiencing what we're calling a new model of urbanization, coexisting with nature. We're in Longchuan Mountain Urban Forest Park. It's a 1,275 square kilometers of park space. This is going to be the world's largest urban park. We can see all the landmarks of the new Eastern District. We have the new airport, and then Sancha Lake. 我帮帮你，我帮帮你。好的。好不好？很好。It's okay. This is what it's about. It's about connecting and engaging with this beautiful environment. Hello, hi Kelly.
Welcome to Chengdu Longchuan Mountain Urban Forest Park. Now we are in the seeds park. There we have 1,000 kinds of seeds. Most seeds comes from the Longchuan Mountain and the surrounding areas.
This one is
Yes, in Chinese it's called 相思豆. Yeah.
This is so rare. I've rarely seen any of these. This location, why did they choose this location for the seed bank?
Longquan Mountain in the history has many plants. So we set it to tell people to protect the environment, to protect the plants.
Chengdu is undoubtedly on a path to become a world-class metropolis city. It has chosen an ecological and sustainable route that finds its balance, for example, between architecture and nature. This is an example of other cities we'll be looking at and following. In the book, The Triumph of the City by Harvard professor, famous urban economist Howard Glazer states that the city is our greatest invention and our best wish. Our future relies on the future of the city. When Chengdu utilizes its unique advantages, which are richly endowed by nature, making this land under our feet as the heart of our city. This is an answer, the best answer by Chengdu to the world. A park city gives hope. This is how to find balance between the development of the city and ecological, environmental preservation. In ancient times, they said the road to Shu was difficult and burdened by these mountains. But those same mountains nowadays have become a gift for the city and a gift for the world. I have found my answer. As the first city of gastronomy by UNESCO in Asia, Chengdu is definitely a place where foodies cannot let slip by. After all, just like music and the arts, gastronomy is an important cultural heritage. Since the culinary traditions, people are represented by their identity, revealing the habits and customs of a place. So where do locals prefer to go? Let's find out. 多少钱
3块钱。
哇，好便宜。That's okay. OK， 谢谢。我要一件这个多多的。不有一个这个吗？好，来。The transition from day to night has opened this opportunity for experiencing a multitude of generations of cultural experiences, the old and the new, the vibrant, the vitality of this place is so engaging. We connected with the local residents who live here. Majority of them were senior residents, but they were very active. I noticed there was a change in the creative class. They are moving into small niche areas, repurposing these buildings to create restaurants, coffee shops, record stores. It's not just one type of change. I think there's been multiple layers of change. I'll be back. I hope next time you can join me too. So those were just a very small part of this beautiful city. It's a great reflection of the happier life of people in China. So, whether you're in Chengdu or not, whether you are Chinese or not, I'm here today to wish you a very prosperous and happy Chinese New Year of the Tiger. 恭喜发财，虎年吉祥